Hello there, my name is Mr. SmartDonkey. Welcome to my Let's Play of Armello, a game that's currently in early access. It's hard to explain what kind of game this is, but I'm going to try it anyway. So it's like, it's a strategy game, it's a board game, it has card elements, it has RPG elements, it has a lot of elements of lots of different games, and the easiest way to explain it is to just play it. So I asked the developer for a review copy, and instead of sending me one, they sent me 4, so I can play with some friends, which I will be doing as well. So I'll be doing multiplayer matches on this as well. It's basically, it's not really, it's not like a story-driven RPG or anything. It's like, well, I guess like a board game, so it lasts about an hour or so per game, depending on what kind of victory conditions you manage to get. It's just, yeah, it's very interesting. It's rather complicated, even though it's a fairly small game, which I think is really cool. Like the board itself is relatively small. But anyway, I'm gonna jump into some single player for now. So there's 4 characters that are currently available. There will be more at the full release, and I'm pretty sure they're also going to release more later on as well, but I'm actually not 100% about that. I think I read something about that. But anyway, there's 4 characters to begin with, and each character basically starts at a different position on the board. Everyone's an enemy to each other. Yeah, it's just, I mean, yeah, you have to defeat each other and win, basically, but I'll go over that in a bit. So first of all, we've got Thane, we've got Mercurio, Sana, and Amber. So Thane is like the best in melee, or sorry, the best in combat. He's also the sword master, which means sword cards burned in battle cannot be blocked by opponent's defenses. Sounds cryptic, but again, I'll teach you. I'll let you know what that means when we actually get to combat. Mercurio is like the best in witch, which means he gets to draw more cards every time we get new cards, which is the beginning of a new turn. So actually, let me just quickly go over the stats. So you got fight, which determines how many dice you roll in battle. You got your health, very simple. Just if you lose all your health, you die, you restart back at the beginning of your board section. You've got your witch, which determines how many cards you get to roll, or sorry, how many cards you get every time you get cards, which is, again, like I said, the beginning of each turn. And spirit, which determines how much magic you get whenever you recharge your magic, which is mana, basically. And some cards, depending on what kind of cards you get, you've got 3 different kinds of cards, but again, I'll show you that later. Some cards use gold, some cards use magic, some cards use rot, which is a different stat altogether again. I'll get to all that in a minute. And then there's a clan bonus as well. So the Thane, he's a wolf, so he gets a night clan bonus, which means he gets a +1 die for all dice rolls made this time of night. He also gets 4 starting gold and 3 starting hand size, which is the same as his wits, basically. He also has, I don't know if this is part of the clan bonus, but Thane has 4 turns, 4 AP during the night, whereas the other characters just have 3, I believe. There's Mercurio. His special move is to steal 1 gold from the owner of a settlement when you claim it. So there's little settlements all over the joint. If you take one, you get 1 gold every morning. So there's 2 turns per day, basically. You've got night and you've got day. And whenever it's morning, you get however many settlements you have, you get 1 gold for each of those settlements. But he gets a special ability where every time he takes a settlement from someone who already owns it, he gets a settlement for 1, but he also gets an extra gold right off the bat. Then we got Sana, who when fighting corrupted creatures uses her spirit instead of fight. So her spirit's 5, which is a lot higher. So basically she gets 5 die rolls instead of 2 when she's fighting corrupted creatures, which can be any of us. We can get corrupted if we have too much rot. But mostly it's going to be Banes, which are enemies that spawn during the night and only get their turns during the night. And then there's Amber, who's a Tomb Raider. She has a higher chance of finding rewards when exploring. She's more of an all-over-the-place character, whereas Sana is very good at spirit, Mercurio is very good in wits, and Thane is very good in fighting. So anyway, that's the characters. I'm gonna go with Thane for the first one. I'm probably gonna do a let's play, I guess, a game on each character, and when the release, maybe I'll do more, because I'm really enjoying this game. I played like 3 matches multiplayer yesterday with my friends, just to get used to the game a little bit, and we were having a blast of a time. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Thane for our first one. I'm also gonna do multiplayer, like I said, but that will be a little bit later. I'm not entirely sure when I'm gonna start doing that. So as you start the game, you actually only have this ring unlocked and these 4 things, but because I played a few matches already, and I got certain victory conditions and such unlocked, I have this thing right here, which is Favor, which means you start the game with 2 Prestige. So Prestige is the default victory condition, is when the king dies, he loses 1 health every morning. He starts with, I believe, 9 health, Every morning he loses one, so you basically have 9 mornings, which is or 8 mornings, I believe, because he loses 1 health right away. Regardless, you have a total of about 16 turns, I believe, until the game ends, and whoever has the highest prestige by then wins. But there's other victory conditions as well, like these 3, which I haven't done yet. One of them is the Spirit Stone victory, which means you have to have 4 Spirit Stones, then get into the castle, and then click on the king, and you kill him. Basically, you become the new king. It's all about becoming the new king, and like I said, that's why the default thing is if you have the highest prestige, then you win by the time the king dies by himself, if no one kills him beforehand. The other one is complete, that's the Kingslayer victory, so if you kill the king just straight up, you win, which is easier to do later on, but because of course he loses 1 health every morning. It all sounds very complicated, I don't know, but when we get into it, I'll let you guys know. I'll show you basically what it all means. And then there's the Rot victory, which means you have to have more Rot than the king. He gains 1 Rot during the night, and he loses 1 health during every morning. And yeah, if you have more Rot than him and then kill him, you get the Rot victory. Anyway, those are unlocked through the victory conditions, but like I said, this one I've done 3 times now, so I got this one unlocked several times. But I'm not going to go with that. I'm actually going to go with an extra health, because we already have 5 fight, and then we're going to have 5 health as well. That's pretty good. So then there's also, actually this is the Sapphire ring, right? So Thane doesn't actually get an action point at night extra. That's the ring that he gets. Or the ring that I got with him every time. But I got a second one unlocked, which is Moonstone, which means he gets 1 gold for kills in battle. And then there's 2 more. I think this one is to complete 2 matches with Thane to unlock that ring, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. And then there's 2 more rings that you unlock by doing this. But I think these rings are actually different. Let me just quickly check for each character. Yeah, they are, right. So it is actually his ring is different. That's why he gets 1 action point at night. But I'm going to go with this one. Gain 1 gold for kills in battle. It's actually pretty good. And then I'm going to go with the body, like I said. So I get 1 extra health. Yeah, alright, sounds good. Let's play. So now we're in the actual game. This is the board game. It's just going to go through a bunch of things first. So you can see this is the first dawn. So immediately he loses 1 health. We got our first quest as well. Quests are very simple. You basically just move to whatever spot your quest is on. Then you get a little bit of a little test, basically, which you have to test one of your skills, and you just choose whatever the highest is, and usually you'll manage to do it. And then when you do, you get a bunch of rewards, and then you get a new quest, and you go to the next position, and you do the same thing over and over. So I'm not even going to bother really reading this, because it really doesn't matter. It has no influence over the game whatsoever. It's just a little bit of lore, I suppose. So anyway, this is the board. So you can see that was our starting position. Over here we've got Amber, and over here we've got Mercurio, and then over to our right we've got Sana. And you can see the board isn't all that big, but it's big enough because you don't want it to be too much bigger, or you'll never find any of the other people. So then you've got the King's Guard. They don't harm us unless we have a bounty on our head. And then there's also Banes which spawn during the night. So let me just go over all the individual spots, what they do. So you've got your plains, that's nothing. No effect whatsoever if you go on them. Then you got your forest, which provides stealth at night. Then you got these stone circles, which regain 1 health. However, when you have more than 5 rots, you become corrupted. And once you become corrupted, if you go into a stone circle, you actually just die. And when you die, you spawn back here. You lose your turn, but then you just go out again the next turn. You can see this actually has a little peril over it as well. These are randomized all over the place. See if I can find another one. Right, there's one right there. There's another one right there. And these are randomized. So what the perils do is they basically you have to go through a dice roll check, and if you succeed in the dice roll check, then nothing happens. It's fine. But if you fail, which is very likely because they're quite tough to pass, if you fail, then you lose whatever the peril is, which can be, it's randomized every time. I'll have to go on it in order to find out. Actually, I may have to go through this one because I want to go to the forest, and I don't want to go all the way around because it would take so long to do that. But I might do it because I want to go through this dungeon, and then we go to dungeon. They are automatic explorers, but you get 1 random, it can be item or a card, which I'll go over in a minute as well. Or you can spawn a Bane, or you can get teleported to another dungeon further away, or a lot of things can happen. You can get some gold, you can get some magic, you can get a spirit stone as well. Then there's the villages. Like I said, these villages, you get 1 gold every dawn when you for each village that you own. And then there's mountains, which cost an extra AP to climb upon, but you gain 1 shield in battle if you stay on it. And I think then we've got everything covered when it comes to the map. Yeah, I think so. Right. So there's a lot of stats here. So this is the base stats that we saw in the beginning. So our fight, our body, our wits, and our spirit. So I already went over that. Then we've got our gold. And we got 1 gold right away because we get 1 gold at dawn. We don't have any villages, but you get 1 standard. And then for each village that you have, you get another one. So our magic replenishes at dusk, which means every evening basically. So whenever we go into the evening turn, we replenish our magic. We can see the other stats from the other characters as well. We can also see how many spirit stones they've got, which amulets they've got. Oh, this guy starts with 2 rot. Interesting. So rot basically means that you lose 1 health every dawn. However, if you have more rot than your opponent, then I believe you start with an extra die in combat. And also there's the victory condition to have more rot and then kill the king, which is also interesting. You can also see people's inventory, which I'll go over in a minute, because actually we have a trusty shield right here, which gives us a +1 shield in battle, and I like that, so I'm going to equip that right away. So it costs 2 gold to equip, but now it's equipped forever unless we override it with someone else, or something else even. Really like the card designs in this game, by the way. And then we have 2 more cards. We have the hot rot wine, or hot rot wine, which is -1 health, +1 action points this turn. We can use that to any creature, so we can use it on ourselves or on an enemy. And then we have Play to Hear the Skies. Gain stealth everywhere until the end of your next turn, which is not too bad, but it's not great either. So each of these cards has a little symbol as well. There's 6 symbols total, and I'm going to show you right now. So you got the Wild Tree, the Sun, the Moon, the Sword, the Shield, and the Worm. So in combat, these dice play an important role, and you can burn cards in combat to gain one of these, or whatever stat it says on the top right. So the Wild Tree explodes, it gives you +1 attack, and it gives you an extra die. The Sun grants an attack during the day, the Moon grants an attack during the night, Sword just grants an attack, Shield grants a defense, which in combat is basic math, once you know what these things do, but besides that it's just basic math. So say the enemy does 4 damage, but you have 3 shields, he actually only does 1 damage. And then the Worm counts as a miss, so you lose the die basically in that combat. Again, once we get to combat, it'll be easier for me to show you. But anyway, before the start of combat, you can burn cards. So if it was during the night and I want an extra guaranteed attack, I could burn this card and then get an extra 1 attack. Right. I think that's mostly everything explained for now. So I'm just going to start playing. So I kind of want to get this village. I also want to get this dungeon, but we've got our quest right there. But I don't really want to go through the peril to get to our quest. But on the other hand, the quests are really, really good to do early on. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go for this village. So I'm going to go right there. And then during the night, we get an extra... Actually, no, I don't get an extra AP anymore because I didn't go for that. Otherwise, we would have been able to reach that. But, I could just... Nah, screw it. Let's go for the village. I usually always go for the quest first, but I really don't want to go... Oh, right, the swamp. I've got to go over the swamp. The swamp gives -1 health if you go through it. But the nice thing is there's usually like a stone circle nearby, so say if I wanted to do this now, I could go through the swamp, and the next turn I can go into the stone circle, regain my 1 health right away again. So it's not usually a massive deal. But yeah, now I got this village, and now I'm going to get an extra gold if I can keep it until night, which I might not, because... Actually, well, probably. But this guy, for example, could come over here and try to steal it from me, or a guard can actually get rid of it as well. Anyway, so... I now have no more action points. I can still cast cards. I can actually cast cards during other people's turn as well, which is interesting. I don't really like this card, so I'm probably going to burn that one. But anyway, so we don't really have much to do, so let's just end our turn and see what the other people are going to do. So she spent 3 gold, which probably means she equipped something. We can actually tell if she equipped something. She equipped the battle armor. Interesting, that's a pretty good item. And she's really close to our quest. She's not a prestige leader, which means the prestige leader... every dawn, so every morning, the prestige leader gets to choose one of 2 options that the king presents to them. They're often shit, both of them, but then if you're the prestige leader, you can choose the one that isn't, that's the least shit for you, basically. Also, you saw he went into the portal and he got sort of teleported away to a different portal. Right, she is actually on her way towards my my village, but I think we will be alright. So now you can see he's going to gain 1 rot. And then in the morning he loses 1 health again. This Bane's spawned right behind Amber, so they're going to go into combat. She heard it for 1, she didn't die. Alright, so now it's the beginning of our turn. Every time at the beginning of our turn we get to choose cards as long as we don't have more than 3 already, as much as our wits is. So if we were playing as Mercurio, his standard wits is 5, I believe, so he would be able to get 5 cards every time. Unless he, of course, already has 5 card, then he doesn't get to choose anything. I'm gonna go for an item, because we need to get some items, because we're really good in combat. We want to be as good as in combat as possible. So we got a heavy flow, which gives us +2 swords when attacking in combat. So I'm going to equip that right away as well for 3 gold, which means we are out of gold right now, but that's alright. Now I'm going to go into this dungeon, which is somewhat dangerous because dungeons during the night seem to spawn Banes more often than not. But oh right, I haven't gone over how to get prestige, by the way. So you get prestige by killing other players. And you get prestige by killing Banes as well. And sometimes the quests give you prestige too. I think every time actually, but still. So if a Bane does spawn, it's actually not the end of the world, because if we kill it, we get 1 prestige. And we want to be the prestige leader by the end of the game in case we cannot get a different victory condition. And the stone, the spirit stones as well. Everyone starts with 1 spirit stone. Every single character. I don't know where the rest is. But anyway, yeah, everyone starts with one spirit stone. I think they're all hidden in the forests. And the spirit stones, if you have 4 of them again, you can go into the castle and then click on him the next turn, basically. Because you have to go through a peril check to get into the castle, which is very tough. And then once you're inside, you need to wait a turn, and then you can challenge the king, basically. But anyway, there can also be spirit stones in dungeons, so you can find more than just the original 4. Because you can actually lose yours when you die. If you die to a creature like a Bane and you lose yours, then there's only 3 left in the game, basically. Anyway, I'm going to go into this dungeon, which could be very bad. Turned out we got teleported away, which isn't really that good, because now we're really far away from where we want to be. But it's alright. I think I'm gonna go up on this mountain and then down. We'll go into this village next turn. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. This gives us, it costs an extra AP to do this, but I didn't want to go through the swamp, and I didn't really, the forest doesn't really help me to be in that, so I'll take the extra 1 defense when we're here. Anyway, once again, I think that's as much as I can do. I could use, actually I don't have the money, but if I had the money I could use this to get an extra AP, which means I could get to the village, but I'm not that bothered. Plus I don't have the money, so I can't do it anyway. So Amber gets to draw a few cards as well. I think she has a total wits of 4. Alright, so she went into a peril, and she failed it, so she got, oh, it was actually Mercurio's peril. Oh, and she got teleported away. Yeah, lots of stuff happening at the same time, so it's hard to keep up, but once you know sort of what's going on, it's all fine. Because I actually already recorded 1 episode of this game, and I thought it was fine, and then I played some multiplayer. He actually succeeded. Oh no, he escaped the King's Peril. The peril was -1 health and -1 action points, but he escaped it. Anyway, I think she's going to go into my village if she can still reach, which she can. Alright, so now we don't actually get an extra goal anymore, and she took it just before the dawn as well, which is kind of a shame. And you can see now she's the prestige leader. There's 3 people with 1, but she got the 1 first, so she gets to choose one of these 2 things. Siphon 2 magic from all players. Can't pay, lose 1 prestige. So we have to pay the king 2 magic. And then if someone doesn't have 2 magic, they lose 1 prestige. And everyone seemed to have 2 magic because no one lost any prestige. But basically every time that happens, you just have to choose the one that screws you over the least, basically. I'm gonna go for another item. We get a Warhammer, we get -1 die, but +2 swords in combat. A very good item as well, but again, we only have 1 gold right now, so I can't really do anything with it. I could attack Amber. I could even attack Mercurio afterwards as well. I am somewhat tempted to do so. Let's see. Amber, what kind of... She has a shield and... Oh, she has 3 shields, but she has -1 die. And he doesn't have much at all. We don't really want to go that way, but if I can get a bunch of kills, then that would be pretty good. I think when we attack from the mountain, we don't actually get the +1 defense, though. Right, so we have equipment. Yeah, we have some pretty good equipment as well. Let's give it a go. We are technically a better fighter, but that doesn't say everything. So now I can burn cards. I can't really burn anything useful. So she gets 3 defense. We actually got 1 shield as well, right? So this one doesn't give us anything because it's a worm. This one gives us 1 attack during the night, and this one just gives us 1 attack, but I don't want to burn that card. So I'm just going to go for attack. She actually got 4 shields, so we need to do 6 damage to kill her. Which, wow, we rolled horribly. We got a... Yeah, no one did any damage. So I got a lot of worms and night thingies, like the moons, which means that didn't do anything. I'm going to attempt to attack her again. Hopefully get a little bit luckier this time, because that was really just terrible. And we have a spell that costs 1, this one, to cast on her to do 1 damage. So I just need to do 2 damage, really. And then we're good. But, there we go. I think I did 2 or 3 damage to her. 2, which is not quite enough, but she did move away because of it, although now she's got an extra defense, so I'm not going to bother attacking her again. I didn't take any damage. Mercurio is already on 3 health, and he doesn't have the same item, so I should be able to kill him fairly easily. So I'm going to go ahead and attack him as well. And we'll leave Amber for now, because I don't think there's any way I can kill him, or her even. Alright, so I, again, don't want to burn any cards. He can do the same, by the way, although he doesn't have any cards right now, it looks like. Okay, we are doing 4 damage. So he's dead, but he also did 4 damage. He did 2 damage to us because, of course, we had 2 defense. But he is dead. So we get his, we get a prestige, we get his stone, spirit stone, and we also get his village. However, now we are pretty vulnerable to Amber. So you can see we lost 2 health. We got 1 gold, 1 prestige, and 1 spirit stone. But we are out of moves, and I could cast this on her to make her go down to 1 health, but she gets an extra action point. I don't really want to give her action points for free, to be honest. So we are on 3 health, so we are definitely vulnerable to Amber. But then again, we fought her twice. She didn't do any damage. She might not even go for me. She'd probably be smart not to. Oh, and she's stealing one of my cards. She's stealing my hot rot wine, which I don't care about too much. But she is running away from me, as expected. Alright, so Mercurio spawned back in his own clan grounds now. He's going to get 5 cards, I think. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to use one on me, out of spite. No cards used so far. He might attack me right now, though. Yep, he does. Right, he has 5 cards he could burn, so this could be bad. And since I'm not attacking, I don't actually get the extra +2 attack. Okay, he's doing a guaranteed 3 damage, so I am basically dead. But I might still be able to kill him as well if I can get some. Oh, I got 4 shields. He didn't do any damage to me. I actually did 2 damage to him. That's even better. I got so many shields that I just blocked everything that he did to me. And we managed to do 2 damage to him instead. So I might even go after him again, get another prestige. Her quest is right in front of my clan grounds. She gained 1 rot as well. She has like 3 rot right now. And she got a treasure card, so that means you get basically a card, and they're always really good. And they also never cost anything either. So now it's done, we got our magic back again. Oh, he's gonna attack Mercurio. No, don't kill Mercurio. He didn't kill Mercurio. Mercurio took 1 damage. But now Mercurio is standing in the swamp. I don't really want to attack him anymore. He killed the King's Guard, the King's Guard killed him, so they're both dead. But Mercurio is now standing in the swamp, so if I were to kill him... let's see. I'm gonna take a spell. Okay, I could summon a Bane somewhere, but I gain 1 rot. I don't like that card too much. Anyway, he's down to 1 health. But if I attack him and he does 2 damage to me, then I end up in the swamp and I die anyway, so there's really no point. The Bane I don't really want to fight either. So I might just run away. Also, this village that I never took that village, did I? But I also don't want him to leave him here, because then he's going to take my... I'm going to risk it. I just hope he doesn't do 2 damage to me. He's mostly out of cards, I think. Yeah, he's only got 1 card left that he could possibly burn. He's evading, which means that all of his... he's probably not going to kill me. But I might not kill him either. Okay, Disguise, I'm going to burn that for a guaranteed attack, which means I lose 1 dice, but I gain 1 attack. Okay, so everything that if he rolls a damage, instead of damage, he gets a shield, but it looks like we've got him killed anyway, because we did 7 damage to him, we blocked 4, but we still killed him, and he didn't do any damage to me, because of course he didn't roll any damage. But we did run into the swamp, so we're going to lose 1 health anyway. But we should have enough AP to get away from here. So we got 1 prestige, and we got 1 gold, but we lost the health. So I'm going to equip the Warhammer now, we got enough gold for it. So in battle we get 1 less die, but we get +2 sword, so basically we get a guaranteed 2 attack. But we lose a sword for it. So there's a stone circle right here. Our quest is... where's our quest? Oh yeah, right. Still our first quest, which is pretty bad. But we are... oh no, we're still not prestige leader. She is actually. Okay, I'm gonna go down this way. Get a heal over here. Actually, see, I could go this way. But then we've got a chance that the Bane... Actually, no, the Bane already had its turn. So the Banes get their turn when it becomes night, and the King's Guard get their turn when it becomes morning. So they only get their turn once per 2 turns. Or, yeah, they get a turn once per 2 turns, basically. Alright, so I'm going to turn right there. Well, they're probably gonna have a fight over here. Yes, they are. Sana is dead, and Amber took 1 damage, which means she's down to 2 health. Yep, she is. She gained 1 prestige, so now I am the prestige leader because she gained 1 from him, but because I was already on 2 and now she's on 2, I'm actually higher than she is. Well, we're on the same, but because I got there first, I'm the prestige leader technically. So he gets a whole lot of cards again. He goes into the swamp. He doesn't care about the 1 health loss. He wants to get my village back, or his village back, I guess. Which means once again I don't get any gold from that village, but was to be expected since that village is in range of his clan grounds. Not much I could have done about that. Okay, so now he loses 1 health again. But we are not a prestige leader, so now I get to choose from these 2 things. So we can either choose the peace treaty or the underdog. I've decided to help to level the playing field. The king gives the hero with the lowest prestige a treasure. I don't like that. So this means, yeah, we can't attack any heroes. We lose 3 prestige if we defy the king and do it anyway. So I don't want to attack anyone because I'm on 2 health. So I'll take the peace treaty. Normally, as Thane, you don't really want to do this because you're the wolf. You're the best melee character, or the best fighting character. You don't really want a peace treaty. But in this case, it's fine. Okay, so the king's guard are just getting their turn now. I think that guy's standing in my way actually. Okay, I'm gonna take another... Actually, I think I'm fully equipped. Yeah, I'm not too bothered about that anymore. I'll take another item, though. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. What have I got again? I got a shield, heavy flow... Yeah, okay. I actually got pretty good items. I'm gonna take a spell. That's a really good spell. I'm gonna equip that right away. So this gives us +2 body until the end of... Actually, I'm not gonna equip that now, because I'm not gonna fight anyone. Okay, so we're just gonna go down this way. I'm gonna take this village, which I got a feeling he's gonna come up and just take it again after me, but there's not much I can do about it. And I guess I'll go down here, and then next turn we're gonna go into the dungeon, which is gonna be during the night, which we don't really want, but... yeah, let's do that. Because I wanted to go down this way, but he's standing in the way, so he's not really letting me do that. To be fair, our thing is in a really unfortunate place, because there was a peril here. It's gone now. But there was a peril there, and there's a peril there, and there's a peril there. Like, it's hard to get to this point, especially when he's blocking off one of the entrances. But yeah, we'll just go over here, we'll take the village, and then we'll go over here the turn after. Anyway, that is my turn done. So the Adventurer's Kit, in perils +1 bonus die, that's pretty good. I'll probably use that near the end, when we actually have to go in here, and we have to, like, pass perils. But for now, it's not too big a deal. I'm not going to cast this yet, it's very good, but +2 body until the end of my next turn. We're not going to be fighting anyone, hopefully, because, well, I mean, if they do, they lose 3 prestige, which is fine by me, I suppose. Oh, she just killed me with a spell. That's not very nice. And I lost 1 prestige from dying. And that's not considered fighting, which is, I think, is one thing they should change in the game. Is when you kill someone with a spell, you don't get any prestige, and you don't trigger the King's Wrath, basically. So she got a poisoned gift, by the way, which means she loses 1 health for every AP she spends. She doesn't care. She's still running. But yeah, I think they should change that, because Sana is one of the best examples. She is very good. She has a lot of spirit, which means she gets a lot of magic and stuff to cast spells with. But oh, the Bane's got rid of his village, which is good. But she doesn't get any prestige for killing anyone with spells. I was playing as her before, and I felt like it was very unfair, because Thane can just kill people with a sword because he's very strong, and kill people in melee, and he gets rewards for it. But when she does it with her magic, she doesn't get any rewards. But in this case, it works again, or it works with her, or well, in this case, Amber. But it works with the people that use magic as well, because you also don't trigger the peace treaty, but I think it should, because you still killed someone. I mean, whether it be with magic or something else, you killed someone. That's not, you shouldn't be allowed to do that. I mean, no battle between heroes. I guess technically it's not battle, so it is worded right so that they can say that, well, you know, it says you can't battle, it doesn't say you can't use magic against each other. But anyway, regardless, I think they should change that. Anyway, I'm finally going to do my quest, oh, I encountered a group of druids. Okay, well, I already have 2 spirit stones. If I point to the spirit stone, I get another one. And then I'm gonna have 3. So I'm very close to a spirit stone victory already. If I can get 4, and then if I can get into the castle, then I can just click on the king and we win, basically. Oh, what the hell? There's someone in this... Oh, shit. Amber was in this forest. I didn't realize. Okay, so when you're ambushed, you can't burn any cards. I wouldn't really want to burn any cards anyway, so that's fine. But she could still burn cards, but I can't. But anyway, I don't think we lose prestige either because I didn't know she was in there, so it doesn't... I think that's fair from the game. Okay, so we got a wild tree, so we get to roll another one, and we got another wild tree, we get to roll another one. And we got another wild tree, which means we get to roll another one. Well, we're getting pretty lucky on that, and then the sun, which doesn't do anything. I think we still killed her, though. Yeah, overkill 1. She didn't do any damage to us because we had free shields. She did 3 damage. So I killed her. Oh, no, I did lose my prestige, which really sucks because I didn't know she was in there. So I defied the king, basically. But I did get my 4 spirit stone. Okay, so now you see we get to test our wits, which is 3. We get to test our fight, which is 5, or make a run for it. So I'm going to test my fight. And we gain 3 gold and 1 prestige. Okay, so we got 1 prestige from killing her, but we lost 3. But since we only had 1, we technically didn't lose anything. We didn't gain anything either. But yeah, now we're on 2 because we completed the quest and we got another 1. But yeah, we lost our prestige for killing someone while the peace treaty was going on. But we didn't know she was in there, so it was kind of unfair. Anyway, but we do have our 4 spirits though, so technically I could try and get into the palace now and kill the king basically, but it's very, very tough to get into the palace. The adventurous kit will help a little bit, but I could do with some more items. So for now, I can't do anything anyway. I think I am going to bark skin. No, bark skin up next turn, I think. And right, this gives us 1 rot. I don't really want to get any rot, so I might actually just burn that card, even though it gives us nothing in combat. I might just burn it just to burn it. And get rid of it. Alright, she usually gets lucky. Not this time. It's not really unlucky either. But yeah, she has like the extra chance of getting treasure and stuff. I think he just equipped an item and he's attacking in Bane. Did 6 damage to it. Took 6 damage as well, so they're both dead. But yeah, we have a good chance of winning the game pretty quickly here. If I can manage to do the Spirit Stone victory, which I haven't done yet. I have actually only made it into the castle once. And it was a completely worthless getting into the castle. And I'll explain in a second when everyone's done their turn. I can just talk for a second without having to pay attention. Alright, so now the prestige leader is Amber, so she gets to choose one of the 2 cards again. And she chooses each hero is stripped of 1 random item, 1 random equipped item. If you have no equipped items, lose 2 prestige. Well, I do have an equipped item, and I lost my last item, which was the lose 1 die but gain +2 attack, which is it's kind of a bummer. It's not a massive deal. Right, well in that case I'm just gonna equip this right away because we have an open slot. We also have 6 gold, which is not bad. Right, anyway, yeah, it was completely pointless to get into castle at that point. It was kind of annoying. I was trying to get into the castle for several turns. I was playing multiplayer with my friends, and I couldn't get into the castle. I kept getting pushed out, because if you fail the peril, you just get pushed out and you lose 1 health for each die that you didn't get right. You have to basically, it's like a matching game. You have to roll the die, you have to hope that you match all the right symbols, which is very, very tough. Because you only get 1 die for each symbol that you have to match. You can burn cards on it as well, though, which is a very good tactic to do. So if you have like all the symbols in cards, you can just burn all your cards and then you're fine. But anyway, regardless, also, I didn't get to draw a card just... Oh, no, because I just equipped it. Anyway, so I got into the castle the turn before he died. So then the prestige leader would have won anyway, and I wasn't the prestige leader. So I got into the castle. I just had to kill him, but I needed 1 more turn. I needed 1 more morning, but because I got into it at night on the last turn before he died. So I was in the castle when he died, but I didn't actually kill him because, yeah, it was too late. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go into the dungeon and hope that I get some. Why are all my perils in such, or my quests in such an odd position? They're in a forest with a peril on it. Like, that's not what we want. So I'm gonna go to this dungeon because I don't really want to go try and get into the dungeon or into the castle yet. It's gonna be very tough. Okay, we got a bunch of gold. 4 gold. That's actually one of the higher numbers, but it doesn't really help us much right now. I'm gonna go into the forest. And I think I'm going to play my bark skin on myself right now. I'll do that when I try to go into the castle. Alright, so we'll end another turn. So Amber's drawing some cards. Yeah, I think it's going to be very, very tough for us to get into the castle unless we get super, super lucky. Okay, so they're fighting each other. Did 4 damage to Sana, who's dead, and took 5 damage, so she's also dead. So they're both back at their spawns. I think Sana spawns right here. Oh, no, actually, that's Amber that spawns right there. So we won't have to fight Amber yet. I think I am going to try and go into that peril and do my quest anyway. Because the rewards for the quests are still worth it usually. Plus you get more quests, so... 1 damage to the Bane. He took 2 damage. Once again. He actually has Rot, and so does she. So every morning he takes 1 damage right away. So he spawned there with -1 health basically, because he spawned when it was about to become morning. Or he died during the night basically, and then in the morning he was there and he lost 1 health right away. So it's kind of a bummer for him. So now once again it is night. Another Bane spawns, probably going to attack Mercurio. He's probably dead. And, yep, he's definitely dead. Did he hurt the Bane? No, he didn't hurt the Bane at all. He's not having a good time, Mercurio. I found that Mercurio is probably one of the hardest characters to play in this game. Okay. Let's go for another item. Oh, I like that one. Okay. I'm going to play my bark skin on myself. So you can actually play other cards on other people as well, except like she's out of range, plus she's in there, so I can't do it. But yeah, you can. If I wanted to heal someone for whatever reason, I could do that. And with other cards as well, I can play that right there to screw her, or basically that sort of thing. But anyway, now we have an extra 2 health until the end, or until the morning, until the end of the daytime next turn, basically. I'm gonna try and go into my peril. So now you get to see what perils are. We lost 1 health from the thing. So if we fail this, we get -2 health, and if I die that same turn, I lose, or I gain 1 rot. So I can burn some cards. We need to match that one. I don't like this card, so I'm going to burn it right away. And then we get that one guaranteed. Now we have 4 die to get those 2 things. This one I can burn, but it's not one of the things I need, so it's fine. It won't help us at all. Alright, I matched everything, so I actually managed to dodge it. Alright, and then we get to do our quest. I'm going to test my fight again. It really doesn't matter what the card says. It's all about the bottom thing, what you test. Then we got 1 card as a reward as well. And our quest is right next to our spawn. Okay. So, well, hold on. Apparently we got a card, but we didn't actually get a card. I don't think it says our quest anywhere, but yeah, we were supposed to get a card. I didn't get a card. Not sure if that's just... if that's a mistake with the game, or if it's a bug, or sorry, if it's a mistake with Blood, I just didn't read it right, or if it's something with the game. But regardless, it doesn't really matter. It's still early access, so don't expect it to be completely... I mean, it's a perfectly workable game. It's fine. There's no save game in this game though, so you have to finish a game in one go, which is definitely possible. Like I said, it takes about an hour, maybe a little bit longer on this one if we can't finish it soon with the Spirit Stones, because I've done a lot of explaining. Anyway, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go towards my next quest, and then I'm gonna go into here, and then next turn we can go into the dungeon and do that. And I might even try and get into the castle if these guards go away. Anyway, we're in a pretty decent position now. Actually, we are the prestige leader as well. So if we were to, if we weren't able to do the Spirit Stone victory, oh, she went into a peril for no reason. She failed it, which means... oh, it's Sanas, which means she got Crooks, which is -1 gold. If the target can't pay them, -1 health and -1 action point. Anyway, if we can't do it, then like I said, the prestige leader will win in the end, which is us right now. But of course, it doesn't mean we'll always be. He just died again to that Bane. He's very unlucky. He's got 2 Banes in front of his spawn. And it's not very fair, to be honest. He is pretty unlucky. Sana walking into the swamp. The AI so far I've noticed is really not as smart as the player. Because when I was playing with my friends, they were playing a lot better. That's for sure. Alright, so we're the prestige leader. We got 2 gold because we have 1 village. Oops, the King's Sorcerers opened a portal to the Underworm. 3 Banes appear this night. Or plague perils ravage Armello settlements. Right. What this means is that every settlement gets a peril on it. So if you want to try and take someone else's settlement, you have to go through a peril first. I actually don't like, or I don't mind this one too much because I'm pretty good at killing these things. So I'm gonna go for that. So 3 more Banes are gonna spawn this night. Instead of 1, there will be 3, I believe. I think it is instead. I don't think it's 4 spawn, like the 3 plus 1. Okay, if they were to move away, that would be pretty good. If you could just get the hell out of here. Because now I could try and go into the village. Oh, especially since he's standing on where I wanted to go. So I'm gonna go for a item. That's a shield. That's a pretty good shield, by the way. And I'm gonna go for a trickery. That's an attack, right? So I've got 3 symbols, 3 different kinds of symbols. So if I try and go into the castle now, I have 3 symbols already there. Plus I have an extra die in bonus, or bonus die in peril. So I've got a chance of doing this. So I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to enter the palace. This will enrage the king and his guard, consume all your remaining action points, you will face a terrible peril. But if I manage to succeed, then I might get attacked by his guard, or at least this one, because he's close. But even so, if I manage to survive that, then I will be able to just win the game next turn. So I'm going to try and go for the peril. I lose all my AP. Okay, hero is ejected, yeah, so you lose 1 health. So okay, I can burn a shield. I can burn this one. Alright, so I've got 2 die. I need to match both of these, so it's very unlikely that I'm going to do this, because that one wasn't here, so I couldn't actually burn them. Alright, so I already failed. Yep, there you go. So I didn't get it, so which means I lose 2 health and I get kicked out, and I lose my turn as well. So that's a bummer. But we can try again next time. This card was useless. I can just regain my health, but the thing is, we lost 2 health that we're going to lose soon anyway, because we still got that buff on us, and we're going to lose that buff after this turn, so there's really no point in healing myself, because that buff's going to go anyway. Unless she comes and attacks us, which she might do. She just lost 1 health. Oh, she's doing her quest, but she still might actually come and attack me. Yes, she is attacking me. She has 5 cards to burn. It's quite a few cards, actually. Okay, and we don't get the +2 because we're not attacking. She is guaranteeing some defense cards. Interesting. I could guarantee an attack, but and another die actually. But I think I'm just gonna roll. I don't really want to burn that card. That's a pretty good card at 2 health. Okay, I got a lot of shields right there. So I blocked all of her damage. Oh, but am I gonna do any damage to her? Yes, I'm gonna do at least 1 damage to her. 1 damage. Okay, that's all right. I did 1 damage to her. She didn't do any damage to me. I'll take it. She's down to 3 health then. We're still on our max. As you can see, we lost that. We were now 5 out of 5. We lost that buff, so that buff didn't do anything for us anymore. So there was no point in healing ourselves. And he's going to go for the Bane once again. Is he going to succeed? Oh, he did 1 damage. He didn't die. Wow. And he is so mad. He's just going to go after him again. He killed it, but he died himself. Wow. He's very unlucky. And now it's Sana's turn, and after... Oh, he's corrupted because he's got 5 rot now. And after Sana's turn, 3 more Banes are going to spawn. I'm kind of hoping they spawn in front of him. He's just like completely taken out of the game right now. Am I still the Prestige leader? I am. Okay, one spawned right in front of him. Another one spawned relatively close to me, but more towards Amber's place. This one is in front of Sana's place. And now they just get their turn. The other ones that were still there. Alright. I'm gonna go for another item. We got a moon. And let's try and go for, yep, a sword. Right, so again, I've got 3 cards. I could try and go in again, but I think I'll just kill Amber instead. So we got the Moon Juice recharges +2 mana, or we got the sword, but I already have good... I like my items right now, so I don't want to change them at all. So it's also party, by the way. If you get lucky, you can get followers. I'm going to see if anyone has any followers. Yeah, he has a doctor. Regain all you have when you heal. Wow, that's really fucking good. But yeah, you can get followers. You can get them from, I think, from quests as well, but also from dungeons mostly. That sort of thing. Alright, Amber. Let's have it. Let's have at it. So I should get the +2 attack now because I'm attacking her. That's one of my cards. The heavy flow. I get +2 attack, but only when I'm attacking. I'm not going to burn any cards, I don't think. I could burn for a guaranteed attack, but let's just see what she rolls. She rolled 2 shields, okay. And 2 attack. So if we get 1 more shield, which we did, we already block her damage. And it looks like we didn't kill her. But I can attack her again. So I do actually want to kill her. She is the closest to me in prestige. She actually has the same prestige. Oh, she died. Which means I didn't get the prestige, but she did lose 1 prestige. That's kind of annoying. She died because she walked into the swamp, of course. That's kind of a bummer, actually. I didn't really want her to die. Anyway, since we don't really have anything else to do, I'm just going to try and get into here again. It's the best thing I can do, really. Okay, so we got... Again, we got 2 that we can match. And that one. And we actually get an extra die right now because it's nighttime. So we have a higher chance of getting in now. We got the shield. Ah! For a second there I thought we had it, but no, we're missing one. So I lost 1 health again, and once again we got kicked out. But I regained my health right away. Maybe I didn't? No, I guess you don't when you do that. Okay. Normally when you walk back into a spot, you actually get that effect again, so I should have healed right away again, but I guess when you get kicked out of the castle, that's not the same. For example, if I were to... Right, okay, a good example is, if I were to stand here, say this Bane wasn't here, if I was standing here, I'd go in here and a Bane would spawn, I would walk back in there and I'd lose another health. Which is very annoying, but that's something that happens. But I guess when it happens here, when you get kicked out of the castle, you don't get anything. But we are really close to getting there. I'm actually going to use this heal, because this heal, it doesn't seem to actually be one of the cards that I need for getting in the castle. It's not one that I need to match, so it doesn't really do much for me, except for, I mean, it's a good card, but I'll just heal myself right there. Now I'm full health again. But I think the best time for us to go into the castle is during the night, because then we get an extra die roll. But it's very, very tough to get into the castle. I feel like maybe it should be a little bit easier. Mercurio is once again just going after those Banes. He's probably going to attack him again. He's going to go for this one this time. And he did it 1 damage, and he died again. He is... I do not want to be... I would not want to be Mercurio right now. He's getting wrecked over there. And he gained 1 more rot, so he's at 6 rot right now. Same as the King. King is now down to 3 health. I am once again the prestige leader, so I got to choose the card again. All settlements across the kingdom become unclaimed, or darkness strikes the land. Every hero gains 1 point of rot. Well, I've already got plenty of gold, and I only have 1 settlement, I believe, that one right there. So I'm just going to make it so that every single one of them is unclaimed. There we go. Alright. Let's give me some card. Actually, the King's Guard get to do their turn first. Oh, he's going after a Bane. Gonna kill it, and he took 3 damage himself, but he's still alive. There you go. Thought it was broken there for a second. Alright, let's draw some cards. So I'm gonna go for some more items again. It's a shield. Ooh, that's another die in perils. Although I'm feeling like maybe these aren't considered perils, because the first time I went in there, and I only had the same amount of die that I had to match, so I'm not sure. Let's go for... Ah, that's the one we don't want, because that symbol doesn't do anything for us. That one does during the day. So we got, once again, we got 2, but we don't have 2 die to roll again. I'm gonna try and kill Amber. I can refill my health afterward anyway. Let's do it. Come here, Amber. I want to kill you this time. Once again, we get the extra attack, because we are the ones attacking. We have 1 die less though, because it's not nighttime. During the night we have an extra die. I'm not going to burn any cards. No, actually I wasn't going to burn that card anyway. Okay, she gets 4 attacks. She actually does 3 damage to us, not 2 damage. And we kill her, I believe. She blocked 2, but we still did 3 more damage. So I think we killed her. Yep, there we go. And we took 2 damage, but we take another 1 from going in here. But I could regain my health with that wild sap, which I think I will do actually. I can actually get to this village. I think I'm going to do that. And then I'll regain my health. Right, and actually, I don't really want this card. Can I can't use it on anyone except for myself, but I don't want to use it on myself. I don't want this card because during the night, if I try and go in there, I don't want to have a sun symbol because I don't have to match a sun symbol. But I also don't want to use it on myself because I lose 1 wits, and if I lose 1 wits, I get 1 less card anyway, so there's no point. So, yeah, it's kind of annoying. I can't really get rid of that card, and I want to get rid of it. Regardless, though, we do have 4 prestige, and we actually have 5 spirit stones. So even if we were to die and lose 1, it would be fine. I can actually use this card on Amber, but it won't matter because we get our cards before that happens. Actually, I could use it now. Okay, so I just gave her 1 attack, which is not necessarily good, but I do get to get another card in a moment, and we're going to try and get in there anyway. If we fail, though, she can attack us and have 1 extra fight, which means she gets an extra die, which is not great. I just wanted to get rid of the card, so I draw another one, a better one, perhaps. Alright, so I want to go... I hope I'm getting a sword. Alright, that's a sword. And a moon would be great. That's a sun. Damn it. That doesn't help us again, but I'm still gonna try it, I think. I could burn this on her, but I can do that later anyway. So let's try and get into the castle once again. Enter the palace. So we gotta match 4 symbols again. Oh, actually we do have the sun, so I can match 3 of them. That's pretty good. Yeah, we can match 3 of them. So all I need to get is a moon with these 2 die. I just need to get a moon, that's it. That's not a moon. That is also not a moon. God damn it. It's so hard to get into the castle. I think it really is a little bit too hard. So now we lose 1 health again. Now we actually have 4 health. She has 4, but she has an extra fight than she would have normally. So she might actually kill us now. Which will be very unfortunate. She's going to try to anyway. And we also don't get a +2 attack because we're not fighting. We do get an extra die because it's nighttime now. We don't get to burn any cards because we don't have any cards. She's burning for guaranteed attack. I got some more shields though. Okay, that was a very terrible roll. We had 6 die, we only got 3 stats from it. And she is getting those ones that keep giving her +1. Oh, another one. That's not good. She's getting more and more. Okay, then she got a worm, which doesn't do anything. So she's going to do 2 damage to us. We didn't do any damage to her though. She's going to attack us again, I reckon. We got really unlucky there. We got a lot of worms, I guess, and suns. We go into the peril, but I guess we don't actually have to do the peril. So that's fine. Yeah, we got kind of screwed on the dice roll there. And I'm really unlucky not getting into the castle yet so far. Alright, he killed a Bane and didn't take any damage. Oh my god. Oh, don't tell me he's going to accidentally attack me though. Don't attack me. Okay, he didn't have any more turns actually, I know that. I knew that. Okay, I'm still prestige leader though, by far, so we will win in a few turns. She just died because she had rot, and I guess she was on 1 health. Everyone must sacrifice 1 follower to Gals. I don't have any followers, so this is good. King places a bounty on the prestige leader's head and recalls all King's Guard back to the palace. Yeah, this is terrible for me, so we'll take that one. Because I don't have any followers, so I don't lose anything. Okay, we're down to 2 health. This is not looking good anymore. I just want to get into the castle. It's just a little bit too tough, I think. Oh, and now I can't even get in there anymore. Oh, unless he moves, which he does. But if I get into the castle, they might attack me next turn. Let's okay, we got a sun again. Okay, and a shields. Nope, we got 2 attacks, 2 battle axes. That's really not that good. Now we have a very small chance of getting into the castle, I think. I'm gonna try to do it anyway. Oh crap, there's a peril there, right? I forgot about that, so now I have to actually get into back in there to get in, because I need to get like over here, because I can't go in here anymore unless I want to kill him, which I don't want to do. Because even if I do, I would lose prestige. Yeah, screw it. Let's just go into the peril. If I die, I die. We have to match 3 symbols. We only have 3. Oh, we have 4 die. I'm not going to burn any cards. I don't actually have. I only have this one, but I don't want to do it anyway. So, if I do fail, I lose 1 health and 1 action points. And the action point we actually need. Oh, we got it though. So we succeeded again. We keep succeeding at these ones that don't really matter. Alright, so I'm going to try this again. For the 4th time at this point. Okay, so I've only got 4 die and I can burn 2, so I have to get both of them right. I have to get a shield and a moon with these 2 die, which is very unlikely. That's 2 new rolls at least. I mean, oh, that's a shield and there's a worm, so we didn't get it again, and we lost 1 health again. So yeah, we're once again. I think we're gonna die now because Mercurio's probably gonna kill us. We might take him with us though. But yeah, it's too tough. I think it's too tough to get into the castle. That's why I've only. Oh, they put a bounty on me. Well, in that case, I'm dead because those guards are all gonna kill me now. The bounty does go away when you get killed. Which actually, if he kills me, I hope he yeah, because I might be able to take him with me. I don't want to get rid of this card because it's actually a pretty good one. We only got 1 shield. He's guaranteeing some attacks. Let's just hope we get 3 damage on him and he doesn't get any shields. We only got... Well, I'm dead and he didn't die. That's a shame because we lose 1 prestige. He doesn't lose any. We don't gain any from killing him anyway. So now we're... Oh, and he already has 4... Oh my god, he has 6 prestige right now. How the hell did he get 6 prestige? Okay, so he's by far the prestige leader right now. That's not good. So if he's prestige leader by the end of this, he's gonna win. And we only have 4 turns basically. Well, actually, no, not even that. We have 3 turns or something. I think we might not win this one, which is very unfortunate. I just spent too much time trying to get into the castle. But this is what I'm saying. It's too tough. It really is too tough. Because I've had 4 spear stones for the longest time, and I just can't get in the castle. So yeah, we have 3 turns basically to get more prestige than him. He's down to 1 health, I think, 2 health, but I'm so far away. I can get my quest at least, which will give me 1 prestige if I succeed. Okay, let's just get some spells. 2 wits until the end of your next turn. 2 health at the start of your next 2 turns. Alright. This gives us 2 more cards, basically. I'm gonna use this one. Make sure we don't die anymore. Alright, so I'm gonna go in here and then do my quest, so at least I got 1 prestige from that. I'll test my fight again. Well, we should do anyway. Yeah, we got 1 prestige, so we're up to 4 now. And I'm probably gonna try and go after some of these Banes, because if I manage to kill them, then that's pretty good. I'm gonna go into this. I might spawn a Bane, which would be a good thing actually now. We got teleported away to where we don't want to be, I guess. I mean, we're not that far away from those Banes, but we're further, and well, I guess there's one over there. Yeah, that's not good. We're not having that much luck right now. Oh, and she managed to get into the castle in 1 go. You gotta be kidding me. She's gonna get. Yep, she killed the king. She just won. I didn't even realize she was in the castle. Wow, she just won. She got into the castle in 1 try. That's unbelievable. Nice. I've never lost to AI so far. I've never lost to the AI, and she just got into the castle in 1 try. That is unbelievable. Well, that is Armello for you. You can't win them all, I suppose. It's kind of a shame that the first video is going to be a loss, though, because I did not do bad at all. But I couldn't get into the castle, and she got in there in 1 try. That's unbelievable. But anyway, that's Armello. So I'll probably play a different character next time. I do kind of want to get a victory with every single character though, so I'll probably play Thane again at some point. I'll play him during multiplayer, probably. I'll probably play quite a bit of this game. I'm really enjoying it. But that leaves a very bad feeling. Very, very bad. But anyway, so like I said, Armello currently in early access. Let me just quickly show you guys one more thing at this little card gallery. So all the cards that you unlock, you can see them here, which is pretty cool. I like all the animations a little bit, things on all these cards. I like the look of them. It's very nice. It reminds me of Hearthstone in a way, with like the golden Hearthstone cards, how they animate as well. But anyway, so yeah, that was me getting wrecked in Armello, I guess, by the AI. I mean, not really getting wrecked, but well, at least I guess we lost to her on like sort of a stupid thing rather than we lost to prestige, because I thought we were like way ahead on prestige, but I don't know how he did it, but he got a lot of prestige all of a sudden. But at least we didn't lose to him. We lost to someone who got into the castle in 1 try, whereas I tried, what, 4 times, I think? Didn't manage to get in once. So, you know. Anyway, that's gonna be that. So I guess watching. Stay tuned for more Armello. Again, it's early access. Check it out on Steam if you want. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, goodbye.